You are now entering the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.
It's about comic books and movies. Growing up with Rogue Suzuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Man, that sucked. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote
And all right
scripts.
here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 71. I'm Jason.
I am Jeff.
And I'm Blake.
And as always, we are here with, this time without a guest. It's kind of rare.
We're guestless in the studio.
Number one fan Doug was supposed to be here, but he was just getting back from Disney, he tweeted us, and he could not do it. It was going to be epic because our first time a fan was going to come into our studio.
I know.
He did say he also let my fans know that I won't be sloppy seconds to Amy. So that could be another reason too.
Oh.
So he also said he had a cold, so he didn't know how that would affect it. I have allergies, and trust me, it doesn't affect my voice one bit. It's a crappy voice to begin with.
Well, yeah, when your voice sucks, it really doesn't matter.
Hey.
I'm including myself in this.
You have a voice for radio.
No, I got a face for radio.
Face for radio.
I got a voice for the dead, maybe.
Really? Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think I sound like a zombie.
Oh.
That's what I sound like to me.
Oh, okay. Blake, what do you think? You think you have a voice for radio?
I have a face for radio.
Okay. I have a body for radio. I have a body for bowling. So, anything going on with you guys? Anything exciting? Anything going on?
I was getting amused by your Twitter, I wouldn't say war, but your Twitter conversations, talking about the games, the board games or tabletop games.
Yes, we started playing some tabletop games. My wife has started to play some, and
Yes.
she enjoyed them. We played Ticket to Ride.
We played Ticket to Ride, and you seemed to actually pick up on that one right away.
I did. I like that one. Have you played Ticket to Ride, Blake?
Is that based on the Beatles song?
No.
No.
Nothing good can come from the Beatles.
Oh,
It's about trains.
You are a blasphemer.
He is.
I have a black-
I'm going to walk out right now.
That's fine.
Nothing
That's fine.
good comes from the Beatles.
Just saying. No, Ticket to Ride is a fun little game. I actually want to play that again. So
Excellent.
if we get rained out from softball, I want to play that this week.
Okay, are we going to get rained out?
It's supposed to be raining on Friday, so.
Okay.
What is Ticket to Ride?
Jeff, go ahead and explain it.
It's pretty much it's a game, train game as they call it, where you got this board with
Sounds
cities.
pretty disgusting to me. Train games.
Not that type of train.
Oh.
Wow, your mind starts in the gutter, doesn't it?
Usually ends up there, too.
It's a map
Feels like
of the base game is of the United States, and there's a bunch of cities spread out, and you're trying to connect. You're trying to get your train to connect to certain cities, depending on what hidden cards you get, while trying to maybe disrupt your opponents from hooking up their trains to their cities.
So it's basically teaching you the triumphs and evils of capitalism
I don't know
and big
about-
monopolies.
I don't know about the evils of them, but it's showing you. It shows you where certain cities in the United States are. That's all I learned. I actually knew those beforehand, but that's about all I think you will learn from it.
It's a
supposed to be-
geographical game.
It's a geographical game. Sometimes you got to connect from Los Angeles to Montreal through all these other.
Oh, wait a
cities.
minute. Hold on a second. Why would anybody want to go from L.A. to Canada?
Because
I would
Canada's
much
better than LA.
I would rather go to Canada than LA.
That's even the Frenchy part of Canada.
I'll go to any part of Canada above most of California.
Because there's water there?
Yes.
From all the snow that's melting?
I'll take snow above heat.
Yeah.
We're starting in Cincinnati here to get the heat. This past week was rough. 85, fuck that.
I'll still take the heat over the snow.
I'll take 20-degree weather above 85 to 90. Today was 70, so that was nice.
20-degree weather, maybe not so bad. 5-degree, -degree weather.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, there's everything
I
wrong
gotta
with
walk
that.
3 blocks to work. I'm fine with it.
Oh, no.
I'm fine with it. I do want to say one quick thing. Are we all done with Ticket to Ride?
Sure.
Okay,
Unless
I didn't know.
You want to add something.
Railroad moguls.
It is a fun game. It is a fun game. I want to say that one shout out to Jillian at @1Jillian.
Shout out.
She listed us as one of her podcasts, one of her favorite podcasts that she listens to. She had a list on her blog website at thingsareok.com. So she has her own blog, and she listed us.
I'll have to check out her blog. I didn't realize she wrote one.
So I want to say thank you for that, and she listed it, so appreciate it. So go check her out at @1Jillian on Twitter, and also on thingsareok.com. And that was just my little shout out to her. So I appreciate it anytime we have people, recommending us. So she has a long podcast list of things that she listens to, but we're on there.
We're on there. That's
I think
the
she had
important
50,
part.
and I'm like, that's impressive.
Wow, I have a hard time listening to 4. And
It's,
that doesn't include our own.
yeah.
I feel self-actualized. I'm at the top of Maslow's hierarchy of needs
I knew what that meant.
because of Jillian.
I still don't know what that means, but all right.
Okay. But yeah, thank you, @1Jillian. Moving on. Anything else? We got anything else exciting going on? We did get a tweet from Amy from last week at Culture Babble.
Yeah.
She wanted to know.
Wow, so she's on the show and she tweets herself while she's on the show?
No. This week she tweeted.
Oh.
She wants to know. She wants your definition of feminism.
To remove the
Okay.
power of my
Look, we
penis.
got listener feedback. Moving on. Sorry, Amy. We'll try to get to it next week. We're running low on time here.
We're already 7 minutes in. This is not
Bobby
gonna end
H
well.
did tweet us live during this thing that he wants to know how is Blake watching the Cavaliers game right now?
We're up by 14 with 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. I'm still paying attention, kind of.
Yes. Blake actually has a TV and a phone, so it's rare that he actually pays attention to the podcast. So, which is fine. That's okay. Sometimes he doesn't know I'm talking to him.
Sometimes some of the best ideas I come up with are what you guys talked about 10 minutes before.
Yes. So, let's start with listener feedback here. What do we got?
Hey, you know what? Let's start with some listener feedback.
Okay.
This is from Doug. Pregnant pause.
Number one fan. Can't give yourself a nickname.
He says, how can Jeff know what Manimal is but not Automan? And they were on the same night, damn it.
Easy. I grew up with cable, so it had to
What
be
the hell's
good
cable?
Had to be good to keep my interest. Apparently Automan wasn't good enough to keep my interest from a Manimal lead-in.
Why don't you Google it? Google Automan.
Actually, I
Well, you
did.
discussed it.
Automan
You told me
ran.
what it was.
Automan ran from 83 to 84.
Okay.
And it was it looked like it was a Tron spinoff where a guy and his superhero fought crime in the city. And it starred, that legend of early 1950s stardom, Desi Arnaz Jr.
Oh, well, it can't
Really?
be bad then.
Yeah, obviously his best role was Baby on I Love Lucy as compared to this role on Automan.
No, his best role was on the Brady Bunch as Jesse Arnaz Jr.
I don't know about that. We did say we would like a Manimal remake.
Oh, yeah. Aren't they going to be making
That's
it?
what I keep hearing.
Only if it's Daryl Hall and John Oates can do the theme song.
Is that who did the original?
I don't know, but
It's a man.
she's a man eater.
She's a manimal.
Okay, pour yourself a cup of ambition. Okay, moving on.
Oh,
Next
shit.
one.
Are we going to bring that up?
What?
The Dolly Parton television show? Or
She
the
is
Coat
getting.
of Many
We
Colors?
talked about this before. She is getting Dolly Parton. They're making lots of made-for-TV movies about her life and her fucked up.
Now, it's a movie or is it an actual series?
I heard movies.
Oh, okay.
Movies. Made-for-TV movies. I'm sure they're on Lifetime or We or Oxygen or Spike or I don't know. BT.
She's actually a very good American, success story.
Yeah, she is.
From the poor Appalachian, Tennessee area.
Uh huh.
one of 10 children or something like that.
No offense to Appalachia, but a lot of them have about 10 kids.
No, that's the whole reason she made Dollywood, was to create jobs back by her hometown.
A lot of people on our Musings of a Geek network and Danger Entertainment Network love her.
As they should. She's a great person.
You're making me hate you. She may be a great person, but my God.
Great hits. I mean, you
And
sing
she's got
9 to
good
5
stuff.
all the time.
I do sing 9 to 5 because my son's addicted to that song. It kills me.
No,
Other
at least she's
great
got good
songs.
taste.
Like Jolene and Coat of Many Colors and a bunch of other stuff I can't
She
think
did
of
the
right
night
now.
the night the lights went out in Georgia.
No.
That Sherry.
She did
Lawrence.
Islands in the Stream with Kenny
Vicky
Rogers,
Lawrence.
didn't she?
She did Islands
Vicky
in the
Lawrence.
Stream.
Sorry, I was thinking of Sherry Lewis. Lamb chop.
No.
Lamb chop became a prostitute.
I could see that happening.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah. And you know what? She had the first famous pair of big breasts in country music,
Oh, okay.
which
okay.
which is supposed to be natural.
I think Vince Gill has that
And
now.
then she got smaller breasts and then decided she liked the bigger ones, so got the bigger ones back.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, she went ahead and had a reduction on them and said, that was dumb. I enjoyed having big
Well,
ones.
Oh.
Well, that and she faced a hell of a lot of sexism back in when she first started out in country music, and so she became a very strong, independent lady, basically through the sheer force of her own willpower. And so, no, I'm telling you, she's a great success story. Great Americana, piece Americana.
Look at that, Amy. There's your feminism right there. Blake just defined it. Dolly Parton.
There you go.
Wow.
Except for the fact that now she's had one too many plastic surgeries, so she's looking a little scary now.
She does. She does look a little scary. Pretty much anybody that has a lot of plastic surgery later in life look bad. John
Her and
Travolta.
Kenny Rogers,
Kenny Rogers.
They should do before and after pictures of her
That is true.
and Kenny, and then together. Even the one where they're doing the Kenny Rogers commercial where he's playing poker and he's singing, "You gotta know when to hold 'em." It's like his entire face doesn't move. He just opens his mouth and like,
They have puppeteers moving the jaw.
Exactly.
There is a reason they call it plastic surgery.
He looks like sheer plastic. My
John Travolta looks bad too.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he does.
scary.
A lot of people
Overall.
with plastic surgery done. look
Joan
bad.
Rivers too, but she's dead.
True.
Okay,
All
moving
right,
on.
moving on. Moving right along.
Moving right along.
That's right. At future reference, by the way.
Yes.
All right, we're teasing. All right, so Jillian at one Jillian, in addition to all the great stuff she had to say about you guys, she says, disagreeing with you, however, on Superman's muscles, everything on Earth isn't too easy for him to lift. He struggles on some. And as any fitness trainer can agree, duh, you can train against your own strength and weight. Push-ups, running, Bowflex.
Okay. That was Jeff. That was
So
Jeff.
that was me. I'm gonna say, for normal people, yeah, you can go against your own weight, but when you can lift, Superman's probably what, 220-pound guy, give or take.
Maybe 250.
Yeah, somewhere in that range. When you can lift thousands of pounds, going against your own weight, I mean, a push-up would be the easiest thing in the world for him. It's like, okay, not everything on Earth is easy. I mean, jumbo jets, he can work out lifting jumbo jets, but it's not kind of easy to come across in the middle of Smallville, Kansas. So, blue whales, they don't hang out in Kansas either. So, I don't know. He just shouldn't be a big muscle guy. He should be an
Average Joe.
Yes.
But you can't do steroids because that needle will just bend when you try and stick it in his arm.
And he needs a kryptonite condom, as explained in Wal-Rats. And that would kill him.
There you go.
Because otherwise he would just kill a woman.
Did you say Wal-Rats?
Mallrats. I have allergies really, really bad, and they are just killing me. So I apologize. My speech is even worse than usual.
I was just picturing,
Walleye?
Well, I was just picturing like Mallrats, but they're done at Walmart. So they're just walking around Walmart.
Oh, that's not good for anybody. That's not good for anyone. They did go to a flea market in
They
Mallrats.
can make a movie out of it called Wal-Rats.
They could. Let's do it. Hashtag it and trademark it.
Trademark it.
We talked about it. We talked about it.
Wal-Rats TM.
It's our idea. Our idea.
All right, but she also goes on to say that what Amy is saying, everything perfectly about the Avengers 2 movie, which I can't remember what she was saying. Make her
Make her
come by more. Bad Ideas, Culture Babble, HOBI.
She does come on every couple months, about a month and a half or 2 months.
We have every other month.
We have a good rotation of guests.
You know,
like
she's
to
only
think
on
anyway.
about 77% of the 100% of our
Yes,
podcast.
that got into a big Twitter fight today too. So between Bobby H and her. But anyways,
You got in the middle of that?
no, I did not get in the middle of that.
But
No,
you
no.
started it, huh?
I got the hell out of that conversation.
You shook up the can and walked away, didn't you?
Maybe. I hit the hornet's nest and I just walked away. Or you take the hornet's nest and you put it in somebody's house and you just walk away. So, bye-bye.
Please go read Culture Babble before she loses domain name. She needs to renew that, by the way.
We're taking it. We're taking it.
Oh, we're going to take it?
Yeah, we're going to take it.
I don't know. Is Doc Thirst available yet? On
Nichols
Twitter?
got dibs on that, so I want it though. I want the at VF at Graphic Novice. That's what I want.
I don't think he's giving that up.
Oh, he's giving it up. I'm taking it from him. I don't have his voice though. Hello, I'm VF. So sounds. Okay, moving on. Pour yourself a cup of ambition. What do we got next?
From Bob. Why the heck is Civil War Captain America 3? Shouldn't they just call it Avengers 3 at this point?
They probably very well could, other than they are already doing other Avenger movies with the Infinity Gauntlet or Infinity War. So they're going to tell that story just under a different title. That's the only thing I can think of.
They did say Captain America 3 Civil War is going to be basically Avengers 2.5. And we have that in the news about who's all in it. News of the Geek, that's a little tease.
Tease. Keep listening.
So, and we don't have a draft day this week, so it will get closer. The News of the Geek will be here soon.
So you don't have to hit the fast forward a couple times.
That's right. So, we will talk about that. They should call it Avengers 3, but, that's okay.
But they wanted to spotlight Captain America.
Which I'm all for.
Captain
The
America.
question is, since it's a Captain America movie, does that mean he'll be the sympathetic character? So if it's Civil War, it's Cap versus Iron Man. So Iron Man, there won't be any sympathy for Iron Man if he's...
I don't think there was much sympathy for him in the comic books, to be honest, in Civil War.
And they tried. Was
Yeah.
it Graphic Novice, I think, broke down one
Yeah, I just didn't feel like there was much sympathy for Tony Stark in it. He seemed like an asshole in it, which he is in the comic books. He is an asshole. Let's be real. He egotistical billionaire. So,
Yeah. But I could see maybe how some of the events that happened in Avengers 2 will lead into Tony taking a different
Hulk versus
approach.
Hulkbuster is supposed to have a big effect. And then Ultron about ready to drop a city onto the Earth.
Well, I mean, just that and the fact that, he...
That could be it.
Well, the fact that he is the one who, at least in this storyline, he's the one that invented Ultron and saw where, unchecked, you can go too far. He himself went unchecked too far.
Yeah.
Where I can see why maybe his mind might go in a different direction.
I just want to see, I don't want to see Bruce Banner, and I just want to see somebody just move, you see a little thing up in the sky of this jet, and Bruce Banner waving, hi, still up
A
here,
little Quinjet, and if you look real closely, you can see the Hulk waving.
I'm still
Is
here,
it Bruce or the Hulk?
Bruce. Oh,
Okay.
it'd be funnier if it was the Hulk. Hello. I don't have any more pants, I ripped them all. Come get me.
Of all the stuff that rips off his body, his pants sure seem to be flexible. Don't they?
Actually, Tony Stark makes special ones, and they did hint at it in Avengers. They're expanding, so
So they're like yoga pants
Yes.
that are flexible and expanding.
yes.
They're made of, I'm assuming they're made of the unstable molecules that Dr. Reed Richards created. They just can't mention him since Sony owns the right.
Yes.
Fox owns the rights.
Fox owns the rights.
To Dr. Reed Richards.
So does
But
he have a jock strap too?
Probably. I don't know. I could see Hulk being free balling. Mm-hmm. I think Hulk's a free
Think
baller.
Hawk's a free baller?
That's a good title. Hulk's a free baller. Okay, next.
All right, from Rob Weeks at Zombie Slag. He says,
It's a new listener.
He says, good show so far, but the wrong pronunciations are killing me. Laughing out loud. He says it is machinima, not as in cinema, not machinima.
Like what we did.
If we had an intern that was worth a shit, they'd put the phonetic pronunciations on next to these difficult words, but we can't afford one.
Rob, if you're willing to be a free intern, we'll run our pronunciations by you first.
I don't think he would quit within a day. We mispronounce it a lot.
But Rob is not the only one. I was told at work when a coworker said he was listening, said I was just laughing because you guys just kept mispronouncing it over and over. I said, tweet Jason and it'll get in, and then I looked at the outline. I'm like, oh, someone beat you to it.
And he is a new listener from Mindian's Minute. Meg actually got him hooked over on us. She talked about us for a second.
Talked about us on Minions Minute?
No, on Twitter.
On Twitter,
and
okay.
they said, if Meg likes you, I'm going to give you a try. So, Rob, thank you.
Oh, well, thank you, Megan. Yes, thank you, Rob. I hope you are enjoying it. I hope our butchering of the English language isn't hurting you too bad.
Here's a tip. We can't count either. Our top 5, according to Blake, is usually top 37.
That's a little tease for what's going to happen later in the show.
Oh, God. So, Rob, thank you for listening. Everybody else, thank you for listening.
And the next from Randall Holt at RJ Holt 666. He's not evil, he just handled that way. But then you redeemed yourself by mentioning, "Are you being served?" and throwing in a Repo Man and a WWE reference. Nice. I think he was talking about our TV shows.
Yes, because
Classic.
go on to the next thing that he says.
Next thing he says, "You guys were all over the map this episode," last week. Dissing Airwolf. Yes. Although there is a Jan reference coming later. And Addams Family. Great shows.
That was Jason dissing Adam's Family.
It was awful. I'm sorry. Take a drink. It's a bad show. It's not funny.
a bad show. Wow.
Monsters was better.
No, it wasn't.
Mockingbird Lane. Much better. They had a dragon.
That was the best part of it, and you only saw the dragon once every 6 episodes.
Whatever. Gomez was a pedophile. Still stand by that.
No, not a pedophile.
Yes.
No, was not.
He had somebody
loved
driving
his
around.
wife.
Yeah, well, that's what they all say. Beard. Anyways, I'm just saying that, Pugsley was annoying. He could barely fit into that shirt. Give the kid a new shirt. Nobody likes it.
Pugsley
Coming
was
from
barely on the show.
As a husky kid growing up, don't wear tight shirts. I didn't like wearing tight shirts. No, Bob, I'm not husky. I'm fat. Okay, Pugsley was fat.
It was
Just
fun.
accept it.
It was fun shopping in the husky department.
No, it wasn't.
Definitely went to the tough skin section for him.
Yes.
J.C. Penney.
And Wednesday was going to be a mortician. What do you call it? She was going to be she was going to work at a mortuary. I could tell that. She was a
Like
little
her
freaky.
mother's name implies?
Yes, Morticia. Yes, I get it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
See how
Still
that
an awful.
works?
No.
Well,
I like the hand. It was the thing.
It was the hairy thing.
It was the hairy thing. That's right.
And Lurch was cooler than anything they had on the Monsters.
I don't know about that. Grandpa was on the Monsters.
Yeah.
I think Grandpa is the best character of all.
Thank you.
But
And he was in
both
Gremlins
Fred
too.
Gwynn and Al Lewis were so much better in Car 54. Where are you?
I was going to say Gremlins too, but that was fine. And can we all agree though, Airwolf was bad? Can we all agree on that?
I'll agree. Airwolf was
Okay.
bad.
The helicopter was cool.
Well,
But from what I understand, Jan Michael Vincent had quite the substance addiction while he was filming that TV show.
really?
Oh yeah, he was hungover and drunk and stoned almost every episode. They had to go wake him up. And he would take naps in Airwolf. They'd have to wake him up for the scene to be filmed. He'd be passed out.
The best is that they got canceled after 2 seasons, I think, on CBS or NBC, and it went to USA Network. And that was when USA Network was early, and they would just reuse all the scenes from the first 2 seasons.
Well, yeah, they didn't have the budget to actually
Do any more new ones.
film any more helicopter
Yeah.
scenes, so they just had to
Rehash them. I thought that was kind of funny.
So it was kind of like the A-Team when they kept showing the van in certain situations, like zipping around. It was like I saw that from season 1.
Dun, dun, dun. Speaking of top 5 TV theme songs later.
That's right. All right, from the Pulp Culture Cafe
Yes.
at TPC Cafe.
Take a listen to them, guys. Pop Culture Cafe.
And he says, "Hey guys, if you had to write for Aquaman, how would you make the character more interesting? I would have him go bad." That's what he says.
I would have him be.
Eggs?
No, not that one.
Oh.
I would have him get out of those 6 ring things a lot easier than he does now.
He's never been
six-pack
trapped in a
rings.
six-pack.
Yeah, the
ring.
Six-pack ring.
And nowadays they make this so they rip real easy.
I would have him give. I would give him a hook again. A grappling hook. One that shoots out and...
I wouldn't give him the hook. I'd give him the water hand again.
Oh, no, nobody wanted that.
Be one of those things when dolphins go bad. Swimming with dolphins becomes a nightmare.
Now, I wouldn't have Aquaman go evil, but I would have Aquaman, care about his people more so than the rest of the
Who
world.
are his people?
The Atlanteans.
I thought
From
he was the only
Atlantis.
one that was existing.
Nope. He's the king.
No, he's the
king of
king.
Atlantis.
Where are they in all the damn comics? then?
Underwater.
How come they don't do anything for us?
Well, they attack us
They
sometimes.
attack us.
Well,
Usually
there you
what they
go.
do.
I agree, though, with you, Jeff. I do think that he needs to stand up and not worry about the land dwellers as much.
Yeah.
Of course.
But not be too much like Namor because.
Well, nobody wants to be Namor.
Yeah. That's the problem. It's like, oh, he should do this and this and this. Well, that's kind of getting close to what Namor is, and he's not a good character.
I would say instead of orange mesh, he should wear teal, because that's more manly.
Because that's the Miami Dolphins
Teal and
colors.
purple. Teal and
orange.
purple.
He should wear teal
And he
and
should
orange
wear a
like the Miami
cock
Dolphins.
piece.
God, yep. I think
Cod piece. It's
Oh.
an actual cod. I hate my job.
I think Aqualad should come back, and then the next scene, Aquaman kills him with his trident.
Or should Aqua Baby come back?
No.
Aqua Nambla?
I do kind of. That's not right. I do agree that I think Aquaman should be a little bit more for his people. I think that would be a good kick-ass way. He says more towards the comic books is what he was talking about, not the movie. I do think that would be a little bit better. I think if he doesn't take shit from the people on the Earth as much, or the land, I think that would be a good way.
And not granted, like my earliest memories of Aquaman are from the Super Friends.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
You can make Shark Week one hell of a bloody week for everybody.
That's part of our HOBI on Facebook at the History of Bad Ideas. One of our profile pictures was him with Shark Week, and the
right.
giant shark coming out, all bloody. I just think you gotta give him a little bit more edge.
Like I said, you have to make him as cool as he was in the what was that video game, Injustice.
Oh, I give you that. When he brings a typhoon onto you.
Yeah.
I do like that. That was a great game.
Yeah, I actually have never played it, but everyone said Aquaman is actually the character to
They
play.
had it free on PlayStation 4 network.
That doesn't help me.
No, but I got it for free.
Oh, okay.
I had it on the PS3 or Xbox 360, and then I got it on PS4 for free.
So when we're done here, we can go over to your place and play some Injustice.
We could. It's going to be about midnight, so that's not going to happen.
They should bring in his Cajun brother.
Who's that? What's his name?
Oh, man.
Wow.
Thanks, Nick.
Oh, they should bring
Yeah, I
in
should
his-
bring in like his relatives, like from the Cajun outback or the southern Louisiana.
Cajun Outback? What
Yeah,
are you?
Cajun man.
Cajun man.
Or they need to do an Aquaman Automan.
He'd be like,
Ooh, I like it.
He'd be like the embarrassing relative, from the what are they, Aqua, whatever those people are called?
Atlanteans?
The Atlanteans.
The Aqualanteans.
He'd be like the cousins they never like to talk about.
Cousin Eddie's one of them.
Exactly.
Oh, he's in the coral area. Don't talk about him. He's in the coral reef. You know how those guys are.
He was stung by one too many anemones, if you know what I mean.
They eat crawfish.
He's a sucker fish. Get it?
No.
Nah, I don't either. Can we move on?
They're from the bayou.
Well, thank you for that question. I do like it. I think you just have to give him more edge,
Edge.
more for his people. Okay, but move on.
And spear everybody like Edge.
No, not.
Give him
No.
some more mermaid chicks to hang out with.
Mira. She's a kick-ass lady. I like her.
Yeah, make him more like her.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
She doesn't put up with shit.
All right, so moving on. Meg at Mindian's Minute says, regarding Outlander, the huge gap actually kind of helped because, people didn't have stars, could buy it on Amazon, catch up and subscribe.
She's referring to us last week talking about them going away for like 8 months.
Yeah, big gap between the first half and the second half of season 1.
Yeah. And they did say the ratings were decent for the comeback. I think it was the same or a little bit higher.
Okay.
So
the retention was there.
yeah. So it actually makes sense that people can see it. That's how I got hooked on Orphan Black. It's on Amazon for free, so I start watching it.
I need to start watching that one because I've heard nothing but good things.
It is a good show, and it's about clones. That's not going to surprise anyone. But the first couple episodes,
Fembots?
no, They're all females, but yeah. Until this season, supposedly. But I'm only through one season. This is the third season. They just started now. But the first season, like the first couple episodes, you're like, okay, they're going this way. And then they change it completely. And you're like, oh, and like some episodes are like more sitcom-y fun. And then other episodes are like darker. And you're like, this is kind of interesting. So very good show. Orphan Black. Highly recommend
So she
it.
realizes that she's a clone and she's all about herself fighting herself.
In the first season, she basically finds two other clones like her because she sees another clone of her jump into a subway train and kill herself. So she takes over the identity, who is a cop. And then she finds the other two clones, and then she finds another clone of herself that's from Russia, because they're all from different parts of the world where they put them, raise them at. And the Russian is actually an assassin trying to kill the other clones, because like her handler, each one has a handler that they don't know about. The Russian handler is convincing her that she, like some religious zealot basically, like she is the true one, and that she needs to kill all the other ones. So it's pretty impressive. Like the first season's good. And Matt Fuhrer is in it. Fuhrer?
Oh, you mean Max Headroom?
I was thinking of from The Stand. The movie The Stand. Garbage Man or whatever he is. But he's not until the end. So.
All right. So, moving on to Nikki at Pumazili.
Nikki!
She says, please talk Punisher Netflix.
Have you heard anything, Jeff?
I heard Netflix was picking up Punisher.
Oh, this just in. Cavs 106, Chicago 101.
Oh.
Final?
Cavs go up. 3 games to 2.
Last time you watched a Cleveland game, during a HOBI podcast, it was Johnny Manziel's debut. How'd that work out? Anyways.
Yeah, that was before he went into rehab.
You know what? I'm kind of rooting for him. He went in. He's been clean. They said he moved away from the city and is living in the suburbs. Good for him.
He's doing all the right stuff. And, hopefully it's all legit and it's not some kind of sideshow kind of stuff.
They said most of those athletes leave after a month. He stayed in it for over 2 months, the rehab. So
yeah,
good for him.
He was in it for a while. He probably really did need it, to tell you the truth.
You know what? I don't like him, but good for him for trying to change his life. So
The good news is he'll at least get to play the first 4 games of the year.
Oh, like Tom Brady. Oh, Deflategate.
That's true.
And he is so arrogant about it, Brady.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't even care.
Why not? His wife's a supermodel. He's millions of dollars. He's won how many Super Bowls? He's like, yeah, whatever.
And somebody said, I think one of our local newspapers, one of the sports writers goes, well, the cheaters finally got theirs, cheating never wins. And it's like, no, Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what do you mean cheating never wins?
$150 million contract, and he gets a 4-game break, basically, with a slap on the wrist to the Patriots.
He won the Super Bowl.
They didn't take it away.
And get suspended for 4 games the following season. The first 4 games.
Yeah.
He should be suspended for a postseason.
I'll tell you what, though. If that Colts game wasn't a blowout like it was, if that Colts game was close, it'd be a bigger story than what it is.
Oh, it certainly would be. You're right.
The Patriots could have thrown snowballs, and they still would have won. Let's just be real. The Colts were not there prepared. Anyways, Punisher Netflix.
Yeah, are we going to talk about Punisher Netflix?
It's going to be a running gag. It's like Matt Damon on Jimmy Kimmel. Wow, we're right out.
Next week, Nikki.
Nikki.
Sorry, we're going to talk about it.
Tom Hardy is linked to it, supposedly.
All right.
He wants to do it, and as Punisher. Tom Hardy. Some people just want... No, that's Alfred. That's Alfred.
Wow.
No, never mind.
Wow.
Couldn't do that impersonation.
I expected to die, Batman.
Why are you the Penguin?
I have no idea.
I don't know. That sounds like a good Tom Hardy name.
I don't know about that one. We need to go, chaos. Oh, Billy.
It kind of sounded like, when he was at the sports stadium talking on the PA system.
But you make fun of my... Some people just want to watch the world burn.
I don't even know what that was. It's supposed to be.
Alfred!
It's not English. It's not. Doesn't sound a thing like Michael Caine.
Good day, mate. That's Australian. Punisher Netflix. Speak of that.
So, anyways, Punisher Netflix. Punisher Netflix.
After 6 episodes of Daredevil, I'm still trying to get through it all. It is a great show, and I think Punisher would be great on it.
To say I stabbed you first.
Great, we're going to do Tom Brady and Tom Hardy the whole time. I'm Tom Brady, I'm a douche. douche. Okay, moving on. Here's my impersonation. No, I'm excited about Punisher on Netflix. I think it's the right medium for it. I'm a little worried about Jessica Jones. I'm excited for it, but I don't know how it's going to be. Like, I like who they have for it. Ritter is the star of it.
Kristen Ritter?
Yes.
Like her?
I like her. I'm hoping it does well. I'm intrigued by Purple Man with David Tennant, who is a sick motherfucker in it. And then the Iron Fist, I'm a little worried about. Supposedly Ryan Philippe is the lead for that.
Supposedly.
Yeah, they said he's circling it. So there you go.
Like a shark.
You like a shark? I was thinking of drink salsa shark. So yes, Nikki, I'm excited. I hope they do gritty, which I think they will.
Oh, they'll definitely do gritty for Punisher. you can't not have Punisher on a subscription base and not go gritty.
And personally, I think I would have kept Thomas Jane. God's going to sit this one out.
Might be a little past the.
I know. I'm intrigued by Tom Hardy.
Starting from the beginning.
Yeah, I could see Tom Hardy though. So, and I think you could do the Kingpin as the bad guy in Punisher as well.
Depends on what happens.
I know. I haven't gotten to the end of Daredevil, so I don't know. I don't think that you could kill him, right? You can't kill Kingpin already.
Well, they're looking to do a season 2, aren't they?
Yeah, you could. They couldn't have killed him.
I don't know. Like I said, I watched the first 3 episodes, and I'm just so far behind on
everything else.
My viewing habits right now, it's kind of fallen to the wayside.
My DVR got cleared up because Stalker got canceled, so I deleted all of those, all 12 of those. So I'm fine.
All right.
So
there you go. All right, let's wrap it up. We got from Dr. Number One at Dr. Number One.
I didn't even see the question.
He says, when are we going to have a whole episode of Bad Ideas podcast dedicated to Auto Man?
We got
now, hold on a second.
We are never.
This whole listener feedback here is bookended by Doug.
Well, Doug.
Pause.
Number one fan.
Talk about Auto Man. And then at the end, it's Dr. Number One talking about
Dr. Number One saw
Auto
the tweet
Man.
from Doug and responded. So that's why.
I thought maybe they're the same
No,
person.
they
They're just being
retweeted.
duped.
No, they're tweeted. So Dr. Number One's out there in the big window. Hello! He's got a cod piece.
Oh!
With a live cod.
Yes. And a cock. Anyways,
A cod in the cock?
we will get to a whole dedicated episode
Hasn't
of
been affected
Auto
by
Man.
feminism yet, obviously.
We will get to a whole episode of Auto Man one day.
No, we won't.
No, we won't.
It'll be episode 989.
No. Yeah, sure.
And Jason will be doing that with other people other than Jeff and Blake.
You guys will all be dead by then. I'm going to outlive all of you.
Probably.
I think Blake's going to outlive all of us.
He's actually in shape.
Pear is a shade. Thank you.
There you go. All right, so that wraps up listener feedback.
Hey there, kids. Do you want to hear a show where a bunch of guys sit around in a comic book store and talk about comics and lifestyle choices, other goofy things and shenanigans they get up to? Then you
When
need...
have we ever talked about comics? Usually it's people sitting on my lap and riding the struggle bus.
That's true. It's mostly shenanigans. But occasionally we talk about comics. And if you like any of those things, comics, shenanigans, Devin's lap, then you need to check out Snake Oil Comics with me, Travis, and my beautiful co-host, Big Dev.
Find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and snakeoilcomics.com.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Okay, this is the first news a bit actually came in from Twitter from, again, Amy, Culture Babble. Even though she's not on the show, she's put her fingerprint on it, so I hope you're happy, Jillian. She says, response to Joss Whedon last week that we were talking about leaving with Twitter. He responded to reports he quit Twitter because of what news is calling militant or rabid feminists. He says he needs to step back into a more creative space so that he can focus and write. Amy responded was, also, fuck the news for their phrase rabid feminists like it's some sort of terrifying disease.
Well, if rabbit is involved, it is like a terrifying disease.
Yes.
That's what using the term rabbit is referring to.
My response was, well, you could have stopped your sentence after fuck the news because news programs have to have journalists, which most of them do not have anymore.
Oh.
So I don't really count it as news anymore. So, it's more, 24 hours of...
You want real journalism, you got to go to BBC America. or BBC
Yeah.
News.
The
BBC.
BBC has the best news program.
PBS NewsHour.
Even that's not as good.
No, it's not good, but it's better than everything
that
else.
Have what's his name on it?
The Rose Lear. You talking about the old Rose Lear? PBS Rose Lear Hour?
Yeah, and you also got Charlie Rose. He does a good interviews with people. It's not news, but it's, you know. I will say that it doesn't matter who it is, Fox, MSNBC, CNN, doesn't matter your political thing. They are all awful. It is just horrible.
Take a drink. It's awful.
It is awful. So, but anyway, so fuck the news. Woo! Anyways, next, Captain America Civil War. Plot details are leaking out. Chris Evans is obviously Captain America, and Tony Stark is back, Robert Downey Jr. Scarlett Johansson is back as Black Widow. Sebastian Stan is returning as Bucky.
Or the Winter Soldier.
Yes, Bucky. Anthony Mackie is Falcon. Paul Bettany is the Vision. He's in it. Jeremy Renner is now officially in it as Hawkeye. Don Cheadle is in it as War Machine. And Elizabeth Olsen is back as Scarlet Witch, along with Paul Rudd making his first appearance with the Avengers as Ant-Man.
Yeah, they're banking on his Ant-Man movie making it, huh?
I guess.
It'll make it. Everyone will love Ant-Man.
I just like the Thomas the Tank Engine at the end. That's all I want to see.
All right, there
I think
you
that's
go.
enough to get people who wouldn't want to
You
see
heard
the
it
movie
here
are
first.
amused by it.
That's right. You heard it here first. Everyone will love Ant-Man.
Everyone. If you do not love Ant-Man, you are not human.
And send your complaints to Jeff at graphicnovice.com. The film also includes Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. Emily Van Camp is back.
Notice you skipped Chala because you were afraid to pronounce it.
I'm afraid to pronounce most of these names. Trust me. Let's see here. Emily Van Camp as Sharon Carter, Agent 13. She is finally back, especially since they canceled Revenge.
Well, yeah, Emily Van Camp's got a lot to do now.
I was hoping that she was coming back.
She was planning on coming back even with Revenge if it wasn't canceled.
Daniel Bruhl is in it. I don't know who he is. Frank, I didn't write it. Frank Grillo is back as Brock Rumlow as Crossbones.
We gotta check with our chat.
Who's the fuck is the intern here?
Fact checker.
And then also William Hurt is back, which is a surprise, as Thunderbolt Ross.
General Thaddeus.
Yes. So he's back from the Hulk movies.
And Martin Freeman.
Who we think is an
Bilbo
interrogator. He is Bilbo Baggins, yes. Bilbo Baggins Watson. It's hyphenated.
Right.
Did you say that?
Daniel Bruhl is going to be playing Baron Zemo in Captain America Civil War.
Nice. I love Baron Zemo. I hope he wears the purple with the fringe.
That'd be cool.
And that's not
You
good.
think it'll lead into a Thunderbolts?
That would be cool. I would be fine. And you got Luke Cage already set up to take over if you wanted to. I'm just saying.
That's when Thunderbolts went downhill.
I love Luke Cage. He can do no
Thunderbolts
wrong.
was good when Hawkeye took it.
I like Hawkeye. I do have, my son does play with a Baron Zemo action figure from when I was a kid, the Secret Wars version figures, and it's purple with white frills on the things, and then yellow boots with stripes, and my wife goes, that is the most unmasculine bad guy I've ever seen in my life. I said, well, the look was not always the best back then.
I was just waiting for the pimp hat description.
What's that? Pin pat? What?
Purple suit, white fringe, yellow boots. Where's the pimp hat?
I don't know. Oh! I said pimp hat! Sorry. I thought I couldn't talk.
Yeah.
Pimp hat!
I didn't hear pimp hat. I heard pinat.
Don't make Wayne Brady slap a bitch.
All right.
He does kind of look like I never thought you could put a hat on him. Next time I'll play with my son, I'll do
Because
that.
he wears the mask.
He has a mask too, yeah.
Put a hat on top of the mask. That would be great.
I'm looking forward to it though with all those guys. New fall TV season. I hope everybody's taking a look at some of these. Fox has announced the upcoming American Idol season will be the last in 2016. Thank God.
I have no problem with. Well, I haven't. I used to watch it. I haven't really seen the last 2 or 3 seasons.
Do you watch The Voice?
I watch the early voices, but like when they do the blind
Turnaround?
auditions, after the blind auditions, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't think I have never heard anybody that watches The Voice all the way through. My wife and I turn it on once in a while just to see the blind auditions, and that's it.
It's fun to watch, see people, and then the judges, for the most part, have a good ear, and they can, tell if someone's voice is worth pursuing. But then it just turns into a version of American Idol where the judges are even more involved than they probably should be.
Okay. Lots of cancellations. About a Boy. Oh, boo.
Didn't even know what it was about.
It's about a
I
boy.
had to look it up.
It's a great show. Was.
I like the movie.
Pardon me?
I saw an episode of the show and
I like the show.
Judged it on
There is one on here that I'm upset about.
Constantine.
Well, I'm not really upset about that one.
Well, supposedly.
But I liked Constantine, but, like I said, I never got really emotionally involved into it.
The momentum is building that they think that he's going to be guest appearing on Arrow next season.
Same character?
Yes.
Same
Yes.
dude.
Same
Yes.
that time?
Supposedly, Stephen Amell has said that he has heard that all DC TV shows can cross over. Doesn't matter what channel. I'm intrigued. State of Affairs. Thank God Katherine Heigl's off my TV.
Oh, I didn't even know what that one was.
You don't have to listen to her, just look at her.
Oh, God, no.
Not even.
You don't even like her?
No.
I don't think she's attractive.
One Big Happy, which looked awful. Take a drink.
Alicia Cuthbert, again, turn the volume off, just look.
American Odyssey, about the soldier trying to get home from the Middle East. I was intrigued.
Military conspiracy. I never even heard of that.
I saw 2 minutes of it last night, and I wanted to see it, and I was like, it's already going to be canceled. Fine, I'll just wait till it's on Netflix or something.
Oh, Odyssey. Odysseus.
Get it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah. The Following, thank God that was about a season too late.
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, they said they might save it on another, like, Hulu or something. I'm like, no, just end it. It's bad.
It kind of, even by the end of the first season, started going.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The end of the first season, I'm like, okay, just end this. Christella, sitcom.
Yeah, I remember when it was coming out, but I never did.
I had to
see
look that up.
A lot of people were upset by Forever.
Had to look that up.
Ian Gruffalo,
it. Ian Griffith.
whatever.
It's Welsh, so it's not spelled.
It's not said the same way as
it's not pronounced as it's spelled. It's like Jan Gruffith, I think, is how it's pronounced. But
that got a lot of people upset. Battle Creek, which I haven't heard one person watch this show.
Had to look it up.
I saw. Well, it's on after The Good Wife, and I watched The Good Wife, so I've seen the beginning of a bunch of Battle Creek.
Okay.
But I never saw an entire episode.
Backstrom, which was kind of disappointing.
I'm pissed off about that
Backstrom
one.
was the one I liked.
I actually liked it.
I like Backstrom.
I
like the characters.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Heart of Dixie.
Had to look that up.
That's on CW. I think that's third season. Kitchen Nightmares. Thank Christ.
I didn't even know they still had
Fuck
that
you,
on.
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay has instructional cooking videos where he's actually nice.
Yeah, and my wife actually read like a People magazine where they interview him and his, I think now ex-wife, but at the time wife and that and his kids, and like he's mild-mannered and all that, but
Yeah, it's pretty much Hell's Kitchen is the only time, or maybe like in real life in a kitchen, but
yeah.
I mean, even in Kitchen Nightmares, and it's not until the other person becomes an ass to him that he becomes an ass to them.
Okay.
And you gotta ramp it up because otherwise it's boring bullshit. You gotta create drama for that stuff.
He almost walked into a women's room. Almost walked in,
Yeah,
he
that's
built the drama.
That's right.
His life was almost
It
over.
changed drastically.
Stalker, which I talked about.
Had to look it
You
up.
missed the McCarthy's and
Oh, sorry.
Revenge.
The McCarthys, because nobody fucking cares.
That
Had
was
to
not
look
a
it
good
up.
movie, or good show.
I saw like the promos for it. I was like, no.
I think I saw 1 to 2 episodes. Terrible.
Revenge, finally, a lot of people said.
It probably went a season too long from what I understood.
Okay.
Never even started it.
And The Taste, which I didn't even know was still on.
Had to look it up.
Mindy Project was canceled.
Had
Boo!
to look it up.
Great show, but is expected to be picked up on Hulu for 2 more seasons.
Yes, I was discussing that with someone, a friend of mine on my trivia team, pub trivia team, and she was like, I thought I was talking to you on Twitter.
Yes.
Apparently she listens to Mindian's Minute.
Yes.
And you and Meg were discussing it, and she's like, sees the history of bad ideas, and she's like,
Jeff? Nope, this is Jason. Oh, okay. Yep. CSI will get a 2-hour movie to end the season.
Had to look it up.
End the series. CSI?
Had to look it up.
you had to look up CSI.
If it was CSI Miami, you would be like, which CSI? Yeah!
Now is that
Now, which CSI are they canceling?
Tony
All the
Danza.
CSIs, where they bring them all together
I think this
for
is the
a
only one
2-hour
left,
The
isn't
other ones are already. That's the only one
Cyber,
left on
CSI Cyber, isn't that?
Is that?
That got renewed.
Oh, CSI Cyber. Okay, well, CSI Cyber is still there, but
Which has James Vanderbeek in it.
oh, it does. I did see an episode.
I didn't even know that. I was like, Vanderbeek?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Person of Interest will probably get, this is the final season, a 13
I had to look
episode
it up.
final season.
Yeah, CSI. I think they should give it another season. But is it official? Because
It's
last
not
I
official
saw,
yet, but they said it'll probably be done this week.
I think they should give it another, even like half a season.
They were talking doing 6 episodes even.
That would be better than just a 2-hour movie.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. spinoff will not move forward with Mockingbird.
That's fine. I actually would prefer her to stay with Agents.
I did too. And they said because Agent Carter got picked up, so they didn't pick up the spinoff. Upcoming new shows. I posted them on the History of Bad Ideas Facebook page.
Yeah, it would be nice if the intern would have posted like links to these for easy reference.
Go to Facebook.
You know, Google works pretty good.
Well, I had to do.
Okay, so ABC has Uncle Buck, a remake of it, which was a remake of a movie from a TV show too. The movie came out then, a TV show.
Oh, they already tried a TV?
Yeah,
oh,
it was
they
bad.
didn't
Yeah,
they?
and then they.
But
Then,
it's going to be all African American fans.
yes, and I saw, and I was kind of against it because it's like, why are we doing Uncle Buck again? Mike Epps is in it, and it actually was kind of funny. The sizzle reel for it is they do these 2.5 minute. Basically, it's the 2.5 minutes of the pilot episode is what they
call
show
it
you.
sizzle reels.
Trailers, whatever. But did anyone else see this?
I have not.
Nope.
Uncle Buck was good. It was enjoyable. I could see it. The Real O'Neill's about family with a gay son who's like 16, 17. It actually, that was that's the big, like,
Yeah.
it's an
It's
Irish
kind of
family.
You have it written down. The Real O'Neills about a family with a gay son. I'm like, really? Do we? I mean, do we have to push that? I mean.
I agree. I did some of this just as description so I could remember what these were.
Okay.
The Real O'Neill's, well, that's also how ABC promoted
Yeah.
it.
Oh, it's a family with a gay son.
But it's a strict Irish family because there's never been an Irish gay man. Anyways.
Oh, that's true. I think that is a novelty.
Yes.
Strict Irish Catholic.
Is it American Irish family?
Yes.
Or an Ireland Irish?
American Irish Catholic family.
Uh,
But anyway, because there's never
McCarthy's.
been a gay
All over
Catholic.
again.
it actually looks pretty. Okay, I shouldn't say funny. It looks okay.
I mean, it might be good. It's just when, that's their tagline.
Yeah. The thing that got more views on our Facebook page, I put the trailer up for this. The Muppets. Has anyone seen this?
Yeah.
I haven't even seen the trailer when you
Did
put
you
it
see the
up.
trailer?
I've seen it, yes.
It looks funny.
I am holding out reservation because it's because it's ABC.
Yeah.
And 2, it's not the old original voices.
No, but
Well, it's pretty tough to have the old original voices
When they're
Jim
dead,
Henson's
yes, I
dead.
know.
with having a young kid, I've
Frank Oz
gotten used to the
is
voices.
89 years old.
89 years young.
Oh, I hate when people say
I
that.
did too.
Oh, I want to strangle people when they say that.
So it looks
That's
more.
not the idiom. Quit being a douche.
It looks like it's it looked a heck of a lot like The Office.
The Office and they're trying to make it more adult.
Very Office.
Yeah.
It's like if you're gonna redo it or reboot it, try to make its own thing. Other than just making it The Office thing. I don't know. I got mixed feelings about it.
I
It
would
could
have
do it or
liked
it
to
could
have
not.
done it like the last time with the variety show.
Yeah,
I would have been fine with that.
I would have been fine with that. They just brought it back. If they would have done the variety show with Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. That's NBC.
That's
Sorry.
NBC. The Catch from Shonda Rhimes. That looks not good.
I'm not sure what that is.
Wicked City, which I did not get a chance to see.
Is it in Boston? Does it take place in Boston?
Wicked good.
It's the Wicked City. That's a terrible Boston accent.
Yeah, fuck you, Alfred. Yeah. It takes place in
But at least I admit it's bad.
I think it's late 70s it takes place or early 80s. And it's a take on Wizard of Oz somehow. I don't know.
Oh, that type of
No.
Wicked.
Yeah.
I thought that was Emerald City.
Oh, wait, maybe that's right. I don't know. No, Wicked City's about it too.
That's on.
Yeah, they're both.
So NBC and
ABC both have.
ABC have competing Wizard of Oz
And at
TV
one
shows.
and at
Seriously? Oh, I thought Emerald City was a show about Seattle.
No.
God, I'm so
And
off.
CBS also had one in the works too, and they stopped it.
They said, "Screw this."
Yes. At one point, there was 3.
We're all about copycatting, but this is too much.
At one point, they had 3 shows in the realm of the Wizard of Oz idea, like in modern times or going back. It's like, really? It's not that great of a show. Fuck
And
that shit.
shitty
Yeah,
movie
you know
sequels.
what's great about it? It's in public domain.
Ah! Kings and Prophets is a biblical thing. Dr. Ken.
Ken Jeong.
Yes, did you see the trailer for this?
No, I read about it and I went, oh.
It looked
Interesting.
like any generic, awful sitcom from the 80s. It is so bad. Or 90s, more like it. So bad.
But it stars Ken Jeong.
Yeah.
He was really a doctor before.
Yes, he was. And that's what the trailer is. You know, the baddest comedian from, Hangover, blah, blah, blah. He plays a doctor. And he was a doctor before he was a real doctor.
He's a doctor with bad bedside manners.
Yeah. And it was...
Yeah, we haven't heard that
it.
before.
You're fat. Oh, that was one of the first jokes. You're fat. You gotta lose weight. It was about that bad. Let's see here. What else? NBC has Blind Spot, which looks really good.
Don't even know what that's about.
Did you see that, Jeff, yet?
Nope.
This woman wakes up in Times Square in a bag. They get the bomb squad out because they think it's a bomb, and they open it up, and she comes out and she has tattoos all over her. It's not Prison Break, calm down. And basically on her back it says an FBI agent that's supposed to help her. And she has no memory of who she was, but she was obviously special ops because she can kick some ass. And basically she's looking at the clues to try to figure out what's going on in
A
that.
spin-off of Memento.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's
Did you see the
Memento.
trailer for it?
No.
Oh, it looks
Well,
good.
you told me this.
It looks fun. People are talking. That looks awful.
What's
Is it
that
a
about?
romantic comedy thing?
Yeah, but it's with Zach Paul Gosselaar.
Talking.
But
It's not good.
She's
mean Mark
talking
Paul Gosselaar?
again.
Yeah, the first pilot is that they hire a
My
babysitter
God,
and they think
she's
she was in
talking
porn.
again.
is that something bad?
No, but it was just the way they did it. It was
But you
bad.
mean Mark Paul Gosselaar?
I like Mark Paul Gosselaar, not Zach. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm about to say Zach. You mean Zach Morris or Mark Paul Gosselaar?
The Player, which looks decent.
The player.
The worst one next to Dr. Ken that I saw was Heartbreaker. And this doctor works in this, experimental hospital, and she was like, the one thing is like she's trying to do transplants, and she's like,
Is her name Pat Benatar?
no. It would have made it better, trust me. But basically the promo was that, she's got to do a double, like she's got to take the heart from the person that died because he killed himself to save his sister.
And put it in a Reese monkey?
No,
For
she
storage
puts it
until
in
his body's
she puts
able to
it in
operate
the
on?
sister, okay? But it has to be piggyback. So there's 2 hearts going at one time. She's like, look, there's 2 hearts going. The doctor's like, only 4 people in the world know how to do this. She's like, make it 5. And it's like, oh God, it is so bad.
That sounds terrible.
It is bad.
Move along.
Best Time Ever with Neil Patrick Harris, the variety show.
Variety.
Heroes Reborn.
Oh, is that supposed to be?
Do they wrap up
summer
the-
show, or is that
Heroes
pushed back to the
Reborn.
fall?
Fall.
Okay, I thought they were.
Heroes is the new version of Heroes, the old one. So the
Did
first.
they ever wrap up the first series?
I don't care.
No, they've got so many dangling. They're just going to ignore them. They should just ignore them.
My question is,
I think they do, actually.
Yeah,
It's a completely different set of,
but it's a lot of the same characters are coming
About
back.
3 of the same
Yeah, 3 or
characters,
4.
I thought. HRG was Hero coming back.
Yes, unfortunately.
Hero.
Yeah.
My question is, and I'm being serious, in this world where you have Marvel, even on TV, you have DC, you have all these things, Constantine, Arrow, Flash. Does anyone care about heroes that you know nothing about that you're completely making up on NBC? I'm asking that. I don't know.
Well, I can only speak from my perspective. I kind of enjoy a fresh take completely on the superhero genre, which I thought Heroes did in season 1.
Yes.
And
Give
then
you
they
that.
got lost.
My only thought is that, my question is that I don't know if people will care enough. Back in the day when Heroes came out, it was the only superhero show on, and it was like, this is going to be awesome. We got superheroes. Maybe they'll have capes eventually.
Well, then it went to the route of Lost, where they got too many storylines and too many things going different places, and you're like, what the hell's going on again?
Then a fucking polar bear
Aren't you
showed
supposed
up.
to save the cheerleader?
I don't know.
They did say the cheerleader. Come on, that was the good season.
Polar bear showed up, a walking tree. I don't know. There was lots of shit.
I don't know. Polar bears and walking trees sound like good entertainment
No.
to me.
Smoke monsters.
Mid-season shows for NBC include Coach, Emerald City.
Coach reboot.
Yes, the Coach reboot. Chicago Med, which
Well,
is
actually,
a
it's not
spin-off.
a reboot. It's a continuation.
Continuation.
20 years later.
Chicago Med, which is the spin-off of Chicago
Doctor
Fire and
movie,
Chicago
Doctor show,
whatever.
Doctors.
The Chicago Doctor show I don't want?
No, Chicago Fire.
Oh, okay.
And Chicago Police, or what do they do?
Chicago
PD?
Blue.
I don't know.
So now they got Chicago
Oh, those
Med.
are all in the same universe.
Yeah.
If it begins with the word
Chicago,
it's probably-
and they're all gonna like visit each other on each other's shows.
Chicago Hope will be back with Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Patinkin?
I was going to say Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao.
My shoulder's busted, coach. Let's get in here.
I will fight for you, Filipinos.
Crowded, Superstore, Game of Science. I have no idea what those are. CBS has Supergirl. That's DC.
Yeah, I'm kind of. Well, I at least like what's her name, who's cast in it. So
Limitless, based on the movie by Bradley Cooper.
by Brad, you mean
With Bradley Cooper. I think that should be interesting.
I still have yet to see the movie, so
Rush Hour. Never touch a black man's car radio.
based off of
Yes,
the movies.
Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker will probably be in it.
doubt it.
Some other ones. Criminal Minds spinoff with Gary Sinise, because that's all Gary Sinise does is spinoffs.
Apparently, and I even saw the what do they call it, the backdoor trailer or whatever.
Yeah.
Backdoor
Backdoor
trailer.
pilot. It's the backdoor pilot.
Hey, what you do in your spare time?
Yeah, but I saw the backdoor pilot. It was an episode of regular Criminal Minds where they brought in the people,
Yeah.
Gary Sinise and Anna Gunn from Breaking Bad.
Was it any good?
I don't think it's going to be as good as the original Criminal Minds. Remains to be seen, but I don't have hope for it.
Move on to Fox, because I don't know the other ones. Minority Report, which, look at the trailer. It looks pretty damn good. They disbanded the group that Tom Cruise, in the Tom Cruise movie, they disbanded those guys, and it's about those kids that see the future 20 years later.
Oh, okay.
Cop troubled by his past and a cop
No,
troubled
he's
by
not even,
the future.
He's not even a cop anymore. Basically,
Another detective.
it's all illegal. And no, he's not even a detective, and he's like lived off the grid, but he sees like points of people dying because he was one of the twins that could see it.
No.
And so
That's
now
not the thing I read when I was doing it.
watch
I
the
thought it was
trailer.
different. Well, I guess
He does help a cop. He does help a
Alright.
cop.
helping cops. What's this world coming to?
Scream Queens, which looks funny. That's Jamie Lee Curtis. It's a dark comedy with about a sorority that is letting like a rich sorority, and the college is making them now accept everybody from all different races, all different cultural standards, economic.
Heaven forbid.
And people start dying each week. Each week somebody gets killed, and Jamie Lee Curtis plays a sorority mom in it. And it's a mystery who done it. I was like, that would be kind of fun. I could see that. The Grinder, comedy with Rob Lowe. He plays an attorney for 8 seasons on this TV show, and the show is finally ends, and he goes back to a small town, and Fred Savage is his brother, and is an attorney, and he can't speak well in front of the court, so Rob Lowe starts helping
He's an
him.
actor.
Yeah, Rob Lowe. And it doesn't sound good, but when you see the preview, it's like, that's kind of funny. I don't know it would last for a whole season.
The Grinder. When I hear that, I either think of, isn't there that app or something?
Yes, Grinder. Yes.
As you were discussing.
Gorilla is or Grizzly. I don't know.
I was thinking of sandwiches.
Yeah, no, it's like it's either the app or the sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Grandfather with looks. Let me tell you, Dr. Ken looked bad. Grandfather looked bad. John Stamos.
That's all you gotta say, John Stamos.
He plays a restaurant owner who's a bachelor. And not only does he have a son that comes back in the picture, he has a granddaughter too. It looks
But
bad.
isn't John Stamos going to be doing Fuller House?
Yes, he is. Yes,
How
he
could
is.
he be doing this and Fuller House?
Because Grandfather would be out after 3 episodes. I'm going to say cancel.
Grandfathered was grandfathered before Fuller House.
Yeah.
All right, Lucifer. What's Lucifer about?
Lucifer, about the devil, gets bored. He comes back to L.A.
Of course, because L.A. is where
Hey,
the
you know
devil
what?
would go. Because that's
You
where the devil
will-
resides in L.A.
You will like it.
The Devil in the City of Angels.
That's what the promo is.
Wow.
I think yes.
I should go to Hollywood and write these promos.
You will like Lucifer. It's very Constantine-like.
I don't know. I read the description of it and I went, eh.
The trailer looks better.
It's Lucifer gets bored with being in hell, so
Yeah.
he goes to L.A. so he can annoy bad people.
Yeah. And basically,
Didn't know what Lucifer would do?
there's an angel that comes up and basically says,
is.
since you left hell, what do you think happened to all the demons and the bad people? Guess where they went?
They
so
all
they were
got out.
escaping. Chicago, yes. So you're fine.
Pittsburgh.
Just stay
They
here.
went to Chicago Med.
Frankenstein Code, about a cop that is 75 years old. He's framed and is called a dirty cop. He gets killed. they bring him back a la Frankenstein in a new body, and he has all the memory and tries to solve it.
That sounds terrible.
That sounds weird, horrible.
I mean, I know you weren't all that enthusiastic on your description.
No.
Even if you were so enthusiastic with that, it would still sound terrible.
Guides to Survival Life.
Which brain did you get? Abby. Abby who?
Abby Normal.
X-Files comes back in January.
Yay! With Agent Mulder and Scully.
And everyone else. Cigarette Smoker Man.
It is.
Yeah, he's coming back too.
That could be pretty awesome. It's like
Didn't they kill him off? I figured they would have killed him by
never
now.
dies.
Border Town is a cartoon about the small town on the border of Texas and Mexico.
I was afraid of that.
Rosewood about the guy from V, the big guy, the big African American from V, the new TV show.
Yeah.
He plays a pathologist or like a CSI guy, a private one though that the police in Miami hire him for. And he's really good at his job, blah, blah, blah. But the twist is that he's so good at his job because he only has 10 years of life left because he's had so many issues when he was a kid. Like, he had strokes and all this stuff, and he has heart transplant and all this stuff. And basically comes to find out that he only has 10 years of life left. So he's trying to make the best of,
So he's so good at his job because he's going to die.
No, he's so good at it because he studied so hard and all that stuff. Shut up.
So he's going to die in 10 years.
Yes. CW has Heroes of Tomorrow, the DC the Marvel or the superhero spinoff, and Cordon, which I have no idea.
All right.
Blue.
So there's your News of the Geek. Take a look at them on our Facebook page. I always like the May Upfronts. I like seeing the new shows.
Apparently you do. You're getting excited.
I am. I love seeing the trailers.
It's like, this one's so bad. I'm so excited about it.
Shut it.
No, well, you do. You're getting excited even about the bad ones.
I do, because Dr. Ken was so bad. So bad. Along with Grandfathered. Okay, and finally, we have a special third part of the trilogy, Hockey Report from Craig Nickel from Graphic Novice. We finally have a hockey report.
It's been, 8 months?
Yes, remember last time we don't know what happened to his interns? The one guy left. The other one, I don't know. The girl intern, we don't know what happened.
I think she might have gotten eaten.
We don't know.
By either a moose or by Nickel.
In Moose Jaw. So, Nickel, I hope you're there, so take it away.
Nope. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you a creep. I know it's your job. I'll buy you a Fanta later. Fanta? I don't know. Do I look like a Fanta expert? Hold on. Hey guys! Loving the show so far. My name is Craig Nickel, and I am here reporting for the History of Bad Ideas podcast on a little something we like to call... Actually, they've never told me what we call this. Anyway, I'm sitting here beside my newly appointed probation officer, Frank, who is obliged by law to monitor all my social media correspondence from now on. We're reporting from a Tim Hortons because I thought that would be sufficiently stereotypical for a Canadian correspondent. I'm in the middle of a delicious steak and cheese panini and hoping to track down a couple of Fantas when we wrap things up here. Well, let me start by clearing the air and pointing out that this will mark the third and final installment of the Moose Jaw trilogy. No use beating around the bush. Shit got real ugly. As some of you may know, Adam, my first intern and sound guy, is now missing and presumed dead. Jill, on the other hand, serving consecutive 20-year sentences for setting up several illegal prostitution rings throughout the province. On somewhat of a brighter note, she is expecting her first child in a couple months. Congrats, Jill. As for me, let's just say that I am no longer welcome down at the county coffee encounters. You know, I feel a little responsible for the fate of those two kids. But, live and learn. Let's talk some hockey. Big news for fans of the Edmonton Oilers these past few weeks, despite the fact that they haven't even had a sniff of the playoffs in 9 years. By some divine miracle, the lowly Edmonton Oilers won the draft lottery and now have the opportunity to draft the most coveted prospects in Sidney Crosby, Eric Lindros, or Mario Lemieux. Not sure who those people are? Well, then you're probably really annoyed that HOBI has a hockey segment, and I apologize. But would like to point out, this whole thing was Jason's idea. The Oilers responded to their good fortune by blowing up the front office and hopefully finally putting an end to 9 years of intense futility. There's optimism once again in oil country, my friends. The rest of the league, on the other hand, is focused on a little something we like to call the playoffs. We're through the first round, just about through the second round, and it's been good. It's been fun. But you probably tuned in to hear my Stanley Cup final prediction. Actually, you probably didn't tune in to hear any of this, but that's what you're going to get. My prediction? The New York Rangers and the Chicago Blackhawks. Blackhawks in 6. I think the team out of the West will definitely win the Cup. The Anaheim-Chicago series is almost too close to call, but I called it, and I'm calling it Chicago. Speaking of Chicago, if you're looking for a real tearjerker of a story one of these days, or just a reason why hockey is far, 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 far better than soccer, look up Duncan Keith Cammy goal on the internets, and get ready to start cheering for the Blackhawks. Duncan Keith, my man crush of the month for May. Anyway, that's just about enough of me. Let's get back to Jason, Jeff, Blake, and of course, Nick. Back to you, bitches.
This is Jason from the History of Bad Ideas. You can catch a new episode of our podcast every Wednesday afternoon, dropping on Musings of a Geek Network, at Danger Entertainment Network, and even the Tangent Bound Network. You can also catch us on Stitcher and iTunes every week, and Geek Life Radio. That is at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central on Fridays, and on radio-blitz.com at 9 a.m. on Saturday mornings. Check us out.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right, and apparently this week the bomb goes to Hot Pursuit. It made a somewhat decent $13 million in its opening weekend on a $35 million budget, but it received a 6% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes and a cinema score of a C+. This is as the audience are polled while exiting the theater, meaning word of mouth is dead.
Yeah, C+ is not good on word of mouth for the cinema scores.
Yeah.
It may seem like average, which is basically for word of mouth. Blows it up.
It always bothers me on Entertainment Weekly when they do their ratings. They give it the letter grades or whatnot, and you'll read this article and they start tearing this movie apart and give it a B-.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, from what I read, that's a D.
Oh, Entertainment Weekly's awful with their, they're fine with their review, and then you get to the bottom, they're like,
the grade.
Well, this sucked, this sucked, this sucked. A-. Wait a minute!
And then,
think about it, target audience. You should be impressed at their reading in the first place.
It's true. Of course, I get it free because of my brother, so I'll take it.
Well, we were getting it because of Coke points, but stupid Coke points changed the way they do it, so now I can't get Entertainment Weekly for free.
Price of cocaine went up.
Stupid Coke points.
It's your fault for drinking Coke. Anyways.
You're reading Entertainment Weekly?
I get it free,
Every week,
I know. Yeah.
You don't?
Really? No.
I only do it because it's free. I like it. It's an okay magazine. I don't get the review. I don't read the reviews.
I don't read the reviews.
No.
I've always read the reviews. I never agreed.
I'm not paying for it. Shout out to my brother for giving it to me. I appreciate it. I do read it every week.
Jason's brother, if you want to give it to me, I'll take it.
Wow. Hey, that's another podcast. That's down the hall. That's down the hall, the alternative podcast.
God, that's even on the other side of the political podcast.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Amy's in there right now talking feminism, so just go on in. Go past it, wave. My son's in the corner crying because he's in that podcast too. I don't know why you're talking feminism.
Just because I have a penis.
God, boys and penises, girls don't. I don't know. Anyways, the funny thing is they said that they were expecting around the 18 to 20 million for opening week, and now they said they're expecting it to be around 20 million total. So that's not a good sign. It looked awful.
I hope Sofia Vergara is getting paid well for it.
Yes. Moving on.
All right. Top 5 box office, May 8th through May 10th. Avengers, Age of Ultron, $77 million. in its second week, a total of $312.5 million on a $250 million budget. And there's all that international money, which isn't even on our list.
They said it's going past $1 billion by tomorrow.
That's quick.
Yes.
Wow.
$1 billion.
In
$1 billion.
So they almost paid for Star Wars with just this movie.
Oh, yeah, it is Disney.
No, they only paid for 25% of what they paid Lucas.
Oh, sorry. Was it $4 billion?
$4 billion.
Wow.
Well, I think
they'll
make more than $4 billion off of all Star. I think they'll make more than $4 billion off of the trilogy. So any spin-offs is just gravy.
And Joss Whedon's releasing supposedly a 3-hour cut of it, his version.
That's cool.
Because he was not happy that they cut a lot of stuff from his.
Is he going to go Twitter blind too?
Joss Whedon, that's who did go Twitter blind.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking Star Wars. I was thinking J.J. Abrams. Is J.J. Abrams going to go Twitter blind too?
That's Star Wars, no.
Yeah, no. Okay, moving on. Heart Pursuit. Heart Pursuit?
Doesn't matter.
Might have been a better
Heart
movie.
Pursuit.
Hot Pursuit, as we said, made $13 million its opening weekend. The Age of Adeline made $5.6 million, a total of 31 on a $30 million budget.
That sucker just keeps moving on up.
Hey,
Went into the black.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's
gotten decent
the goal in
reviews.
business.
It's made decent. It has decent reviews.
Furious 7, still in our top 5, made $5 million, a total of $338.5 on a $190 million budget. Really? Wow, $190 million budget.
Yeah.
Do you think that Furious 7 could be like our Dark Side of the Moon?
Could be. I don't think it's going to last
Like it
30
could constantly on our top 5
I
at the
don't think
box
it's gonna be
office
on
for like
In December.
I don't think it's going to be on
years,
for
like
19
months.
years.
Oh no. Okay.
I think we're at 6 weeks now.
Yeah.
And, well, the reason Furious 7 is still on there is because no good movies are out because Paul Blart is number 5.
Oh.
Could that be our anti-Dark Side of the Moon?
And unfortunately, Paul Blart is pretty much doubling its budget. So is Paul Blart Mall Cop 3 on its way?
I don't know.
In pre-production right now.
Oh my God.
Writing the script.
I hate you, Kevin James. I hate you. Like fiery passion. It's like flames on the side of my face. Burning. Bleeding. It's not a red herring either. Fucking thing.
Upcoming the
Makes
weekend.
me so angry.
Upcoming the week of May 15th, we got Mad Max: Fury Road.
Which has gotten great reviews. They said, yeah, the plot's, short, but they
Action is
said
the
it
plot.
doesn't matter. They said the action sequences are amazing. They said it's a fun time.
I just saw a quick news story before I came here. I wish I would have read a little bit more about it. But the bad guy in The Road Warrior, the guy that plays the bad guy in Road Warrior,
Yeah.
is back as a bad guy in this movie.
Same character?
Yeah, no, different character. 30-some years later, he's they're talking about how
Why not?
Stroke of Luck is pretty much.
There's supposedly a surprise cameo of Mel Gibson leading people against the Jews in it, too. Oh, sorry.
As long as Tina Turner's in it, I'll be fine.
Ain't we a pair?
And also coming out is Pitch Perfect 2.
Did anyone see Pitch Perfect?
I haven't. I know.
I was forced to at the time.
By your wife?
No, and Teenage Girls.
No.
Yes.
And
Anna
any
Kendricks.
good? Is it any good at all?
If you're a woman or, dare I say,
Effeminate?
feminine, yes.
Okay.
Well, I just.
If you like Glee, you'll like this.
Oh, but I liked Glee.
Jeff
This
likes
looks
Glee.
terrible.
There you go.
But
well,
I-
if you like Anna Kendricks, then there you go. Just turn the volume down. Just look at her.
Yeah, but then you also have to see Rebel Wilson. But to turn the volume down.
Does anyone else not?
I'd
that
rather
helps.
see her than listen to her.
Does anyone find her funny, Rebel Wilson?
Somebody does. Apparently.
Everybody's loving her. I find nothing about her.
Oh, I saw about 10 minutes of that television show. she
Super
did.
Fun Night or whatever it
Yeah.
was. Yes, it was awful.
And I
Take a drink.
Oh, it's clawing my ears.
It was
Shut
bad.
up.
She is your version of Kevin James.
Okay, maybe they should get together. And
Oh, that would be great.
Maybe they could get together, make a movie, but have a disaster while making the movie, like a la The Twilight Zone or something, and the stars get killed.
Look, it's funny because I'm a mall cop. I got a funny stash. Fuck you, Kevin James. Fuck you.
That might be your best impersonation
Fuck
yet.
you. God, fuck you, Kevin James. God, the anger I have for him.
All right, that's our box office news
Call
for the
it
week.
Pitch Mall Perfect Cop.
Cod piece. Colon electric shit. Shitaloo. Anyways, I do want to say thank you for It's Free at Last. Chris over at Free at Last. She's been on our show. She has given us 4 tickets for advanced screen of Tomorrowland next week.
All right.
So it is on Tuesdays, so we're going to may have to change our podcasting night. But it is on Tuesdays. I got 4 tickets. So we are going.
Do I have to?
You don't have to go see Tomorrowland. Do you not want to see it?
I don't want to see it.
Oh.
I thought it looked terrible.
Oh, well, you guys can record one. Go ahead and record it somewhere. Fine.
It's our mid-season Game of Thrones review.
Guess so. Jeez.
You were like, oh, I thought when the...
I sent a message out to you guys. I think you guys would be like, oh, that's awesome.
When did you send a message out?
On Facebook today.
Oh, I didn't yet.
Notice I did not respond.
I didn't. I didn't check Facebook since then.
I thought when, well, maybe you didn't hear me, when we were watching the Avengers and the Tomorrowland trailer came on, I said, God, that looks awful.
I didn't hear you. Oh, never mind.
Well, that's true. Our other buddy who was there watching it with us made some comment about, oh my God, when the Mission Impossible trailer was like, oh my God, who wants to watch that? I said, actually, I do.
Yeah, you won't watch Mission Impossible. I'd rather see Tomorrowland.
Came on, and I thought, you'd rather watch this shit than
did
Mission Impossible?
Did our buddy like Tomorrowland?
Oh, he really wants to see it.
Okay, I'll ask him then. Fuck you all.
It's like maybe even. Well,
it's like George Clooney meets The Impossibles.
I may be asking. Okay, that's fine. We'll see who it is. But thank you, Chris, at Free at Last. She gets us with some free passes from content.
I appreciate.
We appreciate. You saw Into the Woods with that.
Yeah.
So go to It's Free at Last. She has a lot. She redesigned her site. So go see them and yeah. So thank you. I'll tell you Tomorrowland next week or the following week.
That music can only mean one of two things. Either you're listening to one of our early episodes.
Yes.
Or we're starting our top 5.
Top 5! We actually got listener feedback from last week on the top 5.
All right, well, what are people saying here?
Last week we had top 5 vintage/syndicated shows that we watched. Meg at Mindian's Minute had Monty Python's Flying Circus as one of her all-time favorites.
Excellent.
Top 5 vintage shows are so different. Some were most of them were from Nick at Night, so she's a little bit younger. Also, I Love Lucy, Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie, Mary Tyler Moore, Mork and Mindy, Mr. Ed, and Rocky and Bullwinkle. So everything.
Basically everything on their schedule that they had the rights to.
Mr. Ed was good. I did like that one. Let's see here.
Mr. Ed.
El Hino at Ida Hino. Blake's pod crush lover. Hashtag man crush. Vintage TV he watched and not mentioned. Lone Ranger, which I forgot about. I liked that show back then. I still love the Lone Ranger. Yeah. I did not see the movie. I have to still. Romper Room.
You know, the Romper Room had that lollipop that disappeared.
I don't remember Romper Room.
She used to hold that up and sing to you. It'd be like a full lollipop.
Room, tell me true. And then she'd hold a lollipop and it turned into like a magic mirror.
The lollipop would disappear, man. Freaky shit, man.
Lollipop disappeared. She'd be able to look right into your living room.
You guys are old.
Acid trip.
Adam 12.
Yeah, but we're up there with Hano.
Yeah, it's true. I would like to be in Hano's boat. Yeah, I'd like to see him. So, Adam 12. The Banana Splits. Anybody know
May I point out?
Oh, yeah, you may point it out.
May I point out the Banana Splits Adventure Hour?
I have no idea what this is.
The Banana Splits from 1968 to 1970. It's a goofy. Well, it was basically. I don't know how to explain the premise of the entire show.
Was that the Sid and Marty Krofft ones?
Yeah, it was one of those Jack Hanrahan goofy one where.
Jack Hanrahan, the guy who played for the Indians?
No, not that one. No,
not that Jack Hanrahan, but the other Jack Hanrahan. No, it was Banana Splits are kind of like guys running around in these goofy ass animal costumes.
So it got like Land of the Lost?
No, but they were like hosts of the show, but they had different story spin-offs that they would go to. It was kind of like, and the best one was, I think it was called Danger Isle. It actually had a young Jan Michael Vincent.
Okay.
As I mentioned way early in the podcast, if you go back and play again, Jan Michael Vincent was actually kind of like a live-action Johnny Quest.
Okay.
And the best part about Danger Island, other than the fact that there's a bunch of people stranded on this island with savages that want to hunt them down and all this weird scientist stuff, was the fact that they had Ronnie Trump.
I don't know any of this.
That was some hot little young lady who wore a sexy red shirt, knotted in the front, hot shorts, white pants with big long pigtails.
No idea what any of this
Go
is.
look it up later.
Okay.
You'll agree with me. I just remember being an 8-year-old kid. This was, by that time, it was like in retro, 8 to 10 years old. And I remember watching this stuff like, man, I want to go back to Danger Island because I want to see that young hottie again.
I don't know what I'm going to do to her.
I was only 8 years old, but I knew what sexualization was at that time.
And Gomer Pyle, speaking of sexualization, he is hot. So, Gomer Pyle. Thank you, Alhino. Carter. It's still awful. Top 5 this week. Shut it.
Ronnie Troop. Sorry.
Ronnie Troop.
Yeah.
Top 5 favorite TV theme songs. So, let's try to keep this short, people.
It won't be short.
No, she said.
As I was trying to explain to you guys, I had to differentiate between theme songs with lyrics and theme songs
Oh,
with
dear God, really?
So I've got 2 lists.
Which one are you doing?
I'm doing both.
Oh, Jesus.
It's my list. I can do it how I want to do it.
Well, because of that, you're going last. Blake, you go first.
All right, let me explain.
Oh, God.
You know, there are so many great TV theme songs out there. Some are classic, some are not. But for my list, here was my requisition. My requirements were I had to actually buy it at some point in time, download it for iTunes, or make it a ringtone on my phone.
Ah. Okay.
Then I wouldn't have a list. I would have one.
You barely have a phone, so it's okay.
Yes.
I have never bought a ringtone or changed other than the ring that my phone has.
Well, because your phone only has one ringtone.
I have never bought a song off of iTunes. And actually, the one theme song that I've actually bought on compact disc doesn't even make my list.
I'm just happy that you could make phone calls with your phone.
You said compact disc. I was expecting cassette tape from
8-track.
Or 8-track. Yeah, there you go.
Welcome back, Carter. Okay, what's your number 5, Blake?
It was in my Muzak elevator series.
Songs of Muzak. Please
All right,
call
so
now.
number 5. You know, in tribute to El Hano, and we were talking about the Banana Splits Adventure Hour, how could you not like the Banana Splits Adventure Hour theme song, which basically the guys doing their instruments going la 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 la.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't. That's the problem. You gotta go to YouTube and look this shit up.
You keep
man.
looking at me like I should know this. I don't know
You
it.
should. Actually, I would expect Jeff to know it more than you.
Well,
but
Jeff's 50. You think you would?
I know the Banana Splits. I never really watched them, but I know what they are.
But the best part is while they're doing that theme song, which the chorus is la 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 la. It was part of that was themed down here in Cincinnati at Coney Island Theme Park, down here on the Cincinnati River.
Okay.
That'd be the Ohio
And that's
River.
where they're doing fun things, like they're on these roller coasters, these on the slides with the knapsacks that you sit in going down the Humpty Hump
Do you want
slide.
them Do you want them singing that song while you're doing your Viking
Yes,
funeral?
it's a the La 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 song is your perfect song to insanity.
Talking to your wife. We're going to have her set this up.
That's right.
Blake never wanted this, that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
This is what he gets for making me come on the show one time. Is your wife ever coming back on the show?
You know, speaking of the Banana Splits theme song, you know who helped write that song? You know who helped write that song?
Who?
R&B legend Barry White.
I want to lay you down by the fire.
No, him going la 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 la.
I don't because I don't know the song.
La la
He's
la.
pretty much
la,
singing
la.
it for you. It's not.
So
that
we back
bad
to
of a
is your wife
rendition.
ever come back on the show?
Yeah, eventually.
Speaking
at
of
some
the
point
Banana
in time.
Split,
My number 5 is Now sit right back. I'll tell you a tale of a faithful ship. Come on.
Well, yeah,
Faithful
but you already
trip.
screwed up
You already
the.
screwed it up, man.
Gilligan's Island. Good Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island. Now,
Here, pour yourself a cup of ambition.
a friend of mine at work says Gilligan's Island is the perfect theme song because you don't ever have to know what's
Nope,
going on.
that's
and it
right.
Explains everything.
It
you
does.
need to
Everything
know.
in the. That's
It
right.
does.
Exactly.
And it's catchy. And have you heard the original Calypso version? Of
No.
Oh, it's terrible. They do have. It's a Calypso song on the unreleased pilot. I think you can find it on YouTube. It's terrible.
But you're right. You don't even have to know even what the premise is because it spells it right out for you. Kind of like the Beverly Hillbillies song.
Yes.
Right.
That was my honorable mention. Go
All
ahead,
right,
Jeff.
so your two number fives.
My two
One
number
with
fives.
lyrics, one without
The
lyrics.
one without lyrics. My number 5 without lyrics is Taxi, the theme from Taxi.
Okay.
Okay.
I really thought that was a great song leading up to the show. My number 5 with lyrics. This would be the song that we always discussed, when playing softball. Oh, we should have walk-up music to go to the plate or whatnot.
Yeah.
This song would be what I would have as my walk-up music.
Okay.
It's the theme song to Malcolm in the Middle.
Okay.
Yes, no, maybe.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. Can you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me.
That's
now, and
annoying.
You're not so big.
That is an annoying song.
Life is unfair.
Nope. Awful.
Terrible.
Awful.
Terrible.
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 Just terrible is
Great
true.
song.
Actually, that sounds more like the umpire's theme than the batter coming to the bat.
Some of the kids.
That's mine. I want it to be mine. Okay.
No, that's okay. So that was your two top
That was
bottom
my-
fives.
Well,
and
they
those
only
are
can
top
get
fives.
they only can get better, right?
That's right.
Well, yeah,
they only
the
get
bottom
better.
of
They
the
only go up from here.
They'll go
What's
up.
your number 4s?
Number 4. My number 4 without lyrics, as I had mentioned last week, Sanford and Son.
Oh, I forgot about Sanford. Can I put that as a tie
is
for number
awesome.
4 with my next one?
Yeah. You
Okay.
can. And then my number 4 with lyrics is Greatest American Hero.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free.
Okay.
Look at me.
Well, my number 4 is dun 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 dun. A-Team.
Yeah, you're right.
A-Team.
Tied with Sanford and Son.
Yes, I'm saying for instance. A-Team because I grew up in the 80s and I remember my brothers watching that show and I always have that song in my head and I love that song.
Good song.
So I'm going A-Team.
Is that Henry Mancini that did that one?
I don't know who did that one. So, Blake, what's your number 4?
Believe it or not, it's just me.
Oh,
It's
God.
kind of like I'm like a normal guy superhero song. That actually spent a lot of time on the top 40
It
hit
did. It's
charts
actually-
back in the day.
Yeah, it was a good song.
And you know what? Maybe I'll go buy that on iTunes after tonight.
There you go. So
Don't.
you can make your list now.
Yeah, well. All right, so speaking of songs without lyrics, I got a tie for number 4.
All right.
And our episode from last week reminded me of it. And it is tie between Benny Hill's Yakety Sax
Oh, I got Benny Hill.
and Monty Python's Flying Circus. What more?
Python's flying
Dun, dun, dun. You know what? The whole Yakety Sax. The bonus thing about Yakety Sax is I cannot tell you how many times I've been watching Cleveland Browns football games with Bednar and Cool and those guys, and how many times it got so bad I would say put on Yakety Sax, and we would watch the Browns play to Yakety Sax, and it was almost like a perfect theme.
You could have done it for Johnny Manziel's debut.
Yeah, exactly. We should have been playing
Or
Yakety Sax
anytime
for
Mark
that.
Sanchez got on the
Especially,
field.
when the guy's
the
running
Jets.
around, he's like,
Oh,
nah, nah,
still.
nah, 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 you know, the whole Yakety Sax.
You probably put it up. I think that's their theme in the front office for the Browns.
It is.
Is there a homeless guy telling me what to pick? Okay, I'll do it.
Yakety Sax.
Okay, what's your number 3?
Number three, originally sung in the movie, words written by the director's son, and the director said his son made more money off of that one song lyrics than he did off of his entire film career. But actually, the musical, it is the instrumental version is for the TV show, but the full song is in the movie. I'm
Jason
talking
don't know
about.
what you're talking about.
He doesn't know what I'm talking about. I'd say it again. MASH. But it's not the song called MASH. It's called Suicide is Painless. It's actually words written by Mike Altman, done by John Medley. In the movie, the movie with the lyrics are there. Now, the opening sequence for MASH is the instrumental version of it. But a lot of people don't realize it's a really dark, sad song.
It's called Suicide is Painless.
Suicide is Painless.
What's
exactly.
your, was that on your list?
It's my number 2.
Oh, hold on a second.
With lyrics or without lyrics?
Without lyrics.
Oh, because it's the TV version.
It's a TV
That's right.
version.
Okay.
Right on the board.
Right.
It's on the board.
That
there you
require
go. So,
me
yeah.
liking MASH again.
So there you go.
MASH is good. I can't
Suicide
help it if
is
you have
painless.
no-
Still Private
That's right.
Benjamin.
You're right. It is no private
business.
business.
Number 3. Everybody knows your name. Cheers. And the reason is
Yes.
because I sing that song pretty much at least once a week at my house. It drives my wife nuts because she makes a comment about something and then it just reflects back. So
Would you like to get away?
You know the funny thing? I just saw a meme today about the Cheers. It said if you go to a bar where everybody knows your name, you're probably an alcoholic.
or drunk.
Yeah.
Alcoholics go to meetings. I like Cheers. I grew up with it.
I agree. I like
remember,
it, but not that much.
I remember watching it with my dad every week. So yeah, I'm going to Cheers.
All right, that's your 3?
Yes.
All right, my number 3, without lyrics, Mission Impossible.
Dun, 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 dun.
Just classic. Can't get
Okay.
around it.
You know, I have a song without lyrics. And I'm going to write it down here on a piece of paper. I'm going to see if it makes your top 5 list.
I see it.
Well-
I see it. Oh, I saw it.
Okay, well, you already know 4 of my top 5 since you already mentioned MASH. So
Okay.
there's only one left.
All right.
Let's see if you got it. But number 3 with lyrics, WKRP in Cincinnati.
That was an honorable mention for me. Great song.
The whole Cincinnati tie-in.
I actually
Yeah.
get choked up every time they play it. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know, baby, have you ever wondered whatever became of me living on the air?
You really are doing it justice right there. Let me tell you.
I got kind of tired of packing and unpacking. I
think of that every time I hear Saved by the Bell. It gets me right here.
Well, that's number 1. Oh, wait, no, it's not.
Okay.
But love WKRP. And I think I like the song better than I even like the show.
Oh. The new WKRP, I can say.
Oh, well, yeah, the new KRP, yeah.
So what's your number 2?
Oh, we're back to me again. Number 2 is MASH for the...
Okay.
Suicide is Painless.
Suicide is Painless. My number 2 with lyrics is Welcome Back, Kotter.
Welcome
Saw that
back.
coming.
Dreams
Yay.
for your ticket out. Well,
That is a great
The song
song.
is so good, they changed the name of the TV show because of the song.
You are absolutely correct.
It was just going to be called Cotter, and they got John Sebastian to write the theme song.
From the Lovin' Spoonful.
And he wrote that, and they said, well, we got to change the name.
They did. And that is a true story.
True story.
He was actually the guest of honor at the Beatles Abbey Road on the River in Louisville last year.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, exactly.
Beatles?
Because you're a blasphemer.
Blasphemer!
Are you going to that again this year?
Of course.
Ah! If you see Blake down there, have a HOBI shirt on. Have a HOBI shirt. People can
Right.
come
I'll
up and
make
annoy
sure
you.
I hide myself.
Yes. If you see Blake, Louisville. Number 2 for me is Scooby Scooby Doo. Where are you? We got some work to do now.
But you're not fooling me. 'Cause I can see the way you shake and shiver. You know I Scooby snack. That's all I know.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Is that the REM version, like when you do like the middle? I'm done.
Yeah, the end of the world.
I love Scooby-Doo. I'm excited. My son has started watching that this week, and he started binge watching it, and some of the newer ones, which are actually not bad.
Hey, Dad,
So-
what's a Scooby snack? Well, son, when you get stoned. Oh, no, sorry. that's not
Scooby-Doo, one of my favorite cartoons. Love the song. Everybody's singing. You just
It's true.
so love it. So go ahead.
You know, I could see myself downloading that for a ringtone in the future.
yeah, I could do it as long as Scrappy's in it.
No. No.
No, bad Jason. Bad Jason. No.
Power!
Bad Bad Scrappy. Bad Scrappy. No.
Were you there?
That's Scrappy. Scrappy.
Oh, okay. Some people just want to watch someone burn. Okay, Blake, your turn.
That's when Scooby-Doo jumped the shark.
Yeah, Scrappy.
Oh, jumped it big time.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't mind Scooby-Dum.
Either that or Phyllis.
Making his appearances every once in a while.
Phyllis
Scrappy,
Diller was up there.
I just hated Scrappy.
Phyllis
That's
Diller.
Just not right.
Harlem Globetrotters.
No, I like that one with the pirates. What's your number 2?
Yes. All right, number 2. I actually did download this as a theme song. Way back in the day, go back to the old podcast. I've talked about this epic TV cartoon series before. Star Blazers has one of the best opening themes you'll ever have. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, exactly. And it tells you exactly what they're doing too, just like the Gilligans.
Blazing the stars.
No, that's not what it says.
Oh, okay. I'm a star blazer.
That's not
yes,
how it
I am. I'm blazing the stars. Can't you get me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Star blazers.
No. It's not how it went. No.
Is that close?
No.
We'll try again.
My jaw just dropped. That was just so unbelievable. I can't believe I witnessed that.
You know, I need it. Hold on. Let me get this going here.
No, I'm going to turn it off. Turn it off.
Star blazers, yeah. Oh. Sad panda.
It's horrible. The sad part is, if you actually ever watched the cartoon series, you'd like it, man.
Oh, yeah,
I'm serious, you would.
Sure. Does it have walking
Right
trees?
from the thing. No.
Okay, good. What's your number 1?
Number 1. Superman from Scrubs.
Ah. Do you ever Scrubs?
I didn't used to watch Scrubs. Sorry.
Oh, then that's part of your problem again.
There's always money in the banana tree here.
Always money in the banana stand.
Oh, is that Scrubs?
No, that's the rest of the
whatever.
No, Scrubs, Superman. Actually, it's a great song.
Okay.
The shortened version for the TV thing doesn't do it justice, but the whole song it is.
Doesn't do it justice, but it's still number 1 in your book.
No, the shortened version.
Oh, okay. I've never seen
TV
Scrubs.
show.
I've seen like 5 episodes here and there, but nothing great. Sarah Chalk is in it.
Yes, she is.
Yes.
Sarah.
I think you would enjoy Scrubs.
I probably
You would
would.
enjoy it a lot, actually.
I like
You should go back and
Donald
see.
Faison.
Donald Faison.
Yeah.
Yeah, go back to your Amazon and go season 1, episode 1.
Yeah, that's
Start it up, man.
I know it's on Netflix, so you can watch it.
Okay.
There you go, buddy.
My number 1. I've sung it before. Let's all bring it down the house, guys. Come on. Give it to me. Give it to me. Come on. West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my days.
Go home, smell you later.
Looked up my cab. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Love the song. And again, another song I think I've sing probably once a week.
I'm too old for this shit.
No, not Lethal Weapon. We're doing Fresh Prince. So, go home. Smell you later.
You know, why does that not surprise me?
Yeah, it should.
Does that surprise you, Jeff?
Because I
Doesn't
have no
surprise us,
taste.
Jeff, does it? That's
No
the number
musical
one on his
taste.
list. That's
You're
right.
bringing out MASH, Superman.
I'm bringing up fucking quality shit here, man.
Got Fresh Prince, Gilligan's Island.
Exactly.
West Philadelphia.
I'm bringing up orchestral fucking
OMD? What?
West Cincinnati,
orchestral
born and
maneuvers in the
raised.
dark. I'm bringing up orchestral fucking shit, man. Good. I'm bringing up
And
epic
he's singing
Odysseus
something
stuff.
that goes along with the damn Casio.
Fucking Casio.
Thanks, Nick, on the keyboards. Thank you.
All right. Okay,
Number
Blake,
1?
This is my last. You think you wrote it down? You think you got it?
He
You
does.
got it? All right. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
No, I didn't get it right.
Boom, boom, boom.
The hell you?
I didn't get it.
Barney Miller.
Barney Miller.
Oh, okay. Barney Miller is a good show.
Best instrumental theme song
Okay.
ever written.
Okay.
Pretty good. I thought you were going to say Jan Hammer's Miami Vice.
No, I didn't particularly care for that.
You did? All
Did
right.
not.
You don't like pastel music?
No.
Definitely don't like the movie.
And then my number 1 with lyrics is
Fresh Prince?
no, it's not Fresh
It's
Prince.
not the Fresh
It's
Prince.
a little, yeah. It's Gary Shandling Show.
This is the Gary Shandling Show. This is
Gary Shandling song or whatever. Yeah.
This is the theme to Gary's Show, the opening theme to Gary's Show. This is the music that you hear as you watch the credits. We're almost halfway finished. How do you like it so far? How do you like the theme to Gary's Show?
I should have known this.
This is the theme to Gary's show, the opening theme to Gary's show. Gary called me up and asked if I would write his theme song. We're almost to the part of where I start to whistle. Then we'll watch It's Gary Shandling's show. Whistling interlude. This was the theme to Gary Shandling's show.
And yet you mock me for Fresh Prince.
Yes, you're right.
Actually, Jeff's version takes more artistic creation than what yours
No.
did. Oh, yeah, it did.
There's a fight. He's in a fight and
no
singing
way.
it.
Uh-uh.
That's live. And that was a real fight.
No. There's real music
fight.
involved with Jeff's selection.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it was a real fight.
I'm just saying, I just love the humor and the attitude behind writing a theme song about being asked to write a theme song.
No one mentioned The Simpsons. Or The Muppets.
Yeah,
I forgot about the Muppets.
Muppets. Yeah,
Damn it.
right.
Muppets may have bumped out somebody. Time to light the lights. Hey, my other
Muppet Show tonight.
Couple of honorable mentions.
Hey, we're the monkeys.
Oh, that's a good one. I had Night Court.
I had Night Court also.
I like Night Court.
I thought I liked Night Court better. I thought I was going to make my list, and I listened to it, and I'm like,
Nah.
yeah, I don't like it as much as I thought I did. Mission Impossible's better. Taxi's better.
Friends.
It's 90s pop drill.
It doesn't age well.
No. I say it's The Courtship of Eddie's Father.
Oh, I haven't heard that song in ages. I remember watching it. I had Family Ties as an honorable mention.
Give Me a Break.
What about The Facts of Life?
The Facts of Life.
Different Strokes.
The Facts of Life. Webster? Anyone have Webster? I was kidding.
Did Webster have a theme song?
I have no idea.
I don't remember what it was if someone did have it.
So there you go. We got a couple requests for top fives. The podcast cafe actually wrote in top 5 favorite British comedies.
British comedy.
Oh, we already said Monty Python and Benny Hill.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Well,
Are you being
what order are you going to
served?
put them in? Oh.
Faulty Towers.
We've got top 5 superhero shows starring females, movies. Female superheroes we want.
You need 5 of them before you can have a top 5.
Sure, they don't make a super She-Hulk, Black Widow.
Comics. You said movies.
Sorry, that it can make into movies. Sorry.
Top 5 female superhero fantasies?
Yes.
Okay.
That was from May.
Okay.
And then Snake Oil had top 5 changes we would make to the prequels, the Star Wars prequels, to make them tolerable.
Top 5. That requires thought.
I like that one.
You guys want to do that next week?
Requires effort.
You want to do that one next week?
Sure.
Okay, that's the next week one. Okay, thank you, Snake Oil.
Changes to the prequels.
Yeah, I'm going to do homework.
Yeah, I know. When you're at B-Dubs, you can do it.
Stop with that.
So, thank you for listening, as always. Thanks, everybody, for writing in. You can always get us at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter. History of Bad Ideas on Facebook.
Superman Scrubs on iTunes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Star Blazers from YouTube.
Next week on Plotlines, we're doing...
Sacks from YouTube.
Yakety Sack. Next week on our show, we're doing Ricky Six. Plotlines movie from Nikki Pumazili. That's next week.
So now we got a week to not be able to look that up online.
Yes. And bad idea number 320. Casting Dylan McDermott in a new TV series because he's
Did they do it again?
Stalker.
Okay.
So
yeah, since the practice, he's probably been in half a dozen shows.
Yeah.
None of them.
He's the new Ted McGinley.
Yeah, no, Ted McGinley jumps the shark. He doesn't even let the shark out of the cage.
And so thanks for listening. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history of not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. History of Bad Ideas podcast.
You are now leading the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.